Welcome back to Rithmetic with Ron. You know what's delicious is place value. We're going to learn what that is today and how to use it. Thanks for watching. What I have here is numbers 1 through 9, and I have little slots for each of those numbers. And what we're going to do today is we're going to create a number, and then we'll talk about place values and what they mean. So I'm going to put 5 here, and I'm going to put 6 here, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish populating this. Now you can see that we have used all of our 9 numbers, and we've written them out in these little slots. A place value is a position. Every number has a place to stand in line, and it means something. Okay? And what I've done is I've written out the names of all the place values. Let's just look at a couple of these. The ones place has an 8. This is the simplest. This is just regular old 8. Okay? Like if I said I'm 8 years old. The hundreds place here has a 7. Okay? So that value is 700. Because this slot right here, this position is the hundreds place, and there are 7 of them. Okay? Over here we have the thousands place. So whatever number I write here tells me how many thousands, and there are 4. That number would be 4,000. The other interesting thing to note is that the decimal separates whole numbers that get bigger this way from the parts of a whole number that get smaller this direction. Okay? And what we want to look at is that the decimal and the ones place, these two guys right here, they don't have a counterpart. They're kind of lonely. They only have each other. Okay? What I mean by that is look at the tens place and then look over here at tenths. See how they both start with 10? Okay? They're kind of, they're not really related, but it helps you to remember how to label things going this way and this way. If you can remember the tens and the tenths, then you just keep counting out, okay? So here's tens and tenths. Now if I go out, I have hundreds and I have hundredths with the THS, okay? So let's tie these together. If I move out from there, one more level, I have thousands and thousandths, okay? And then another level out, I have 10,000ths and 10,000. So the decimal and the ones, they're the only labels here that they don't have a counterpart that looks the same. There's no such thing as a oneths. It doesn't exist. So if you can remember that the ones and the decimal point don't really have any counterparts, but that the tens and the tenths do, then you can count out this way. So if you learn tens, hundreds, thousands, you can also label tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. So let's go ahead and take a look at the decimals down here. These place values all represent values that are smaller than one whole unit. So for example, 6/10 would be written like this, 0.6. So this is less than a whole. The hundredths place is even smaller, 0.01. This means that you would take, for hundredths, you would take one whole, you'd cut it into 100 pieces, and I'm interested in only one. What if I cut something into 1,000 pieces, and I wanted 9 of those 1,000 pieces? That would look like this. And do you see the spaces? For 6/10, it's right next to the decimal, just like it is here. For the hundredth, look at how there's a space, there's a place value. There's a slot in between the decimal and my hundredths place. That's what this guy is. And for the 9,000ths, there are 2 slots in between the decimal and the 9. And that's these 2 right here. Now here we have a different way to look at place value with money. Here I have a $100 bill, and so we know that this is the hundreds place. Here I have a $10 bill, so we know this is the tens place, and the ones place has a $1 bill. Now over here, because of where the decimal is, this place value right here is called tenths. And a dime is 1/10 of a dollar. So a dime goes in this place value, and last in the hundredths place is a penny. So money is actually a great way to understand the concept of place value. Now, how would I actually write out the value here? I have one bill in each of these three slots, and I have one dime and one penny. So this would actually look like, write it here in the middle, $111.11. The reason that there's all ones here is because there's only one piece of currency in each slot. Now, what happens if I were to add 3 more dimes? Okay, now I'm going to change the tenths place. This is no longer 1 because now I have 4 coins. Now I have $111.41. If I add another $100 bill, how many $100 bills do I have? I have 2. So I'm going to put a 2 in the hundreds place. It tells me how many I have in that slot. The slot tells you the value. The number of bills tells you how many. Let's go ahead and add 2 more $10 bills. Now how many 10s do I have? I have 3 of them. So this is going to be $231.41. And you can see how this works. If I add another dollar here, now I have 2 in the ones place. I don't have a 1, I now have a 2 in the ones place. So again, money is a great way to see how place value works. And with bigger numbers, you can just keep extending this out, where you go thousands and 10,000s, and then to the right of the decimal, thousands and 100,000s, but it's the same principle, and it works. So today we saw, how do we label numbers with place value? What do they mean? Go ahead and hit subscribe. Let me know if there's any other videos you want to see. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.